Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90-Day Fiancé. Sophie breaks silence with legal reasons comment amid Pedro rumors. Sophie from 90-Day Fiancé has generated waves of speculation after her recent interview took an unexpected twist. When asked about her dating situation, Sophie firmly declines to answer any question, fueling all the rumors about her dating life. She even went so far as to refuse any reason, which intrigues her fans more. The remarks come as Sophie has been drawing attention, with speculation swirling about her ties to fellow franchise star Pedro Jimenez. In the midst of her rocky relationship with Rob, Sophie's response is attracting widespread attention. But why did she refuse to answer questions about her dating life? The real reason might surprise you. Read on to find out. Sophie and Rob from 90-Day Fiancé have had a turbulent history. Recently, Sophie Sierra and Pedro Jimenez have been garnering attention after sharing pictures and videos from similar locations. The whispers grew louder when Rob revealed at the 90-Day Hunt for Love tell, from what I've heard, she's actually talking to Chantel's ex Pedro, leaving all the castmates shocked. After Sophie refused to recommit to Rob on the last resort, he admitted it was finally time to move on. Rob also revealed that he and Sophie had briefly hooked up after the last resort, but he thought it carried no meaning at all. Rob admitted they had breakup sex without strings attached. Both agreed they were not ready to fix things again and had officially moved on. 90-Day Fiancé star Sophie is making controversial headlines with her recent response in an interview. When asked about her dating situation, Sophie bluntly replied, "I can't speak about my relationships outside." Pushed to explain, she added, "Legal reasons. I'm not allowed to speak or talk about it." Sophie's brief, blunt response circulated widely among her fans. Her mention of legal reasons hints at a more complex situation, one that may be related to her marriage with Rob or her rumored new connection with Pedro. One Instagram user joked on the video, "Basically, you need to pay her for an answer," while another wrote, in short, "She isn't getting paid to talk." Audiences are curious about the real story behind Sophie's silence. Viewers are now focusing on Sophie's new relationship with Pedro Jimenez. Fans have speculated that when Sophie posted an Instagram road trip story on Valentine's Day 2025 and Pedro shared a shot of his jeans and sneakers from Lake Travis, Austin, it appeared to be the exact location. On Reddit, fans have been reacting differently to the pairing of the two. Some pointed to overlapping photos from restaurants as proof that Sophie and Pedro were together. Others dismissed it as an attention-seeking tactic. Whatever the reason, Sophie's cryptic response of legal reasons has only increased curiosity among the fans. Keep coming back for the latest reality TV tea. 90-Day Fiancé. Sophie breaks silence with legal reasons comment amid Pedro rumors. The 90-Day Fiancé universe is never short on drama, and the latest whirlwind centers around fan favorite Sophie Sierra. The UK-born reality star, who captured audiences with her whirlwind romance and fiery personality, has officially broken her silence after days of speculation linking her name to Pedro Jimenez, one of the franchise's most polarizing figures. Her response, though short, has only fueled curiosity. "I can't talk about that right now for legal reasons." Those 5 words sent fans spiraling across social media, opening the floodgates of theories, heated debates, and bold accusations about what Sophie may be hiding, and why Pedro's name has suddenly entered the conversation. The spark that lit the rumor mill. The chatter started when a blurry photo circulated online, allegedly showing Sophie and Pedro leaving the same lounge in Miami. The image, snapped by a fan and quickly shared on Reddit, didn't clearly show the two together. Still, the internet did what it does best, connecting dots that may or may not exist. Within hours, hashtags like #Pedro and Sophie and #90dayrumors were trending on TikTok, with fans dissecting every movement, outfit, and potential body language cue. Was Sophie really cozying up to Pedro? Or was it a coincidence they happened to be in the same place at the same time? Sophie initially stayed quiet, allowing speculation to build. That silence only made the narrative grow louder, especially since both Sophie and Pedro have faced messy breakups in the franchise before. Sophie finally speaks. This week, Sophie addressed the growing storm during a brief Instagram live Q&A session with fans. When one follower bluntly asked if she was dating Pedro, Sophie's demeanor shifted. She paused, gave a tight smile, and finally said, "I can't really answer that right now for legal reasons." And with that, she swiftly changed the subject. Her cryptic remark immediately ignited more questions than it answered. What kind of legal reasons could stop Sophie from confirming or denying a romance? Is there an NDA in place, perhaps tied to an upcoming spin-off or tell-all episode? Or, more scandalously, could Sophie be entangled in a legal dispute involving Pedro or another party? Pedro's complicated reputation. Pedro Jimeno is no stranger to controversy. His marriage to Chantel Everett played out across multiple seasons of 90 Day Fiancé and the spin-off The Family Chantel, making him one of the most discussed men in the franchise. Fans watched as his relationship with Chantel unraveled amid accusations of infidelity, greed, and betrayal. Many viewers branded him as a villain, while others sympathized with his struggle to balance cultural expectations, family pressure, and his personal ambitions. Now, with Sophie's name being linked to his, fans are torn. Some believe Pedro is simply stepping into a new chapter and has found common ground with Sophie, who also understands the spotlight's pressures. Others, however, warn Sophie to run while she still can, pointing to Pedro's messy track record. The legal reasons theory web. Sophie's comment about legal reasons has led to several fan theories. NDA for a future show. The most popular theory is that Sophie and Pedro are filming for a new 90 Day Fiancé spin-off, possibly one centered around singles dating after divorce. If that's the case, Sophie would be legally bound not to spill spoilers. Ongoing divorce or custody case. Some fans speculate that Sophie's previous relationship may not be fully resolved legally. If that's true, she could be barred from publicly discussing any new romantic involvement until matters are finalized. Business entanglements. A smaller camp wonders if Sophie and Pedro are collaborating on something outside of romance, like a joint brand deal, podcast, or event, and lawyers are keeping her from saying too much too soon. Actual legal drama. A few fans worry that Sophie's words may literally mean a lawsuit or ongoing legal battle tied to Pedro or the franchise itself. Fans react. As expected, the fanbase exploded with reactions. One Reddit user joked, "For legal reasons is my new favorite way of avoiding uncomfortable questions." Another chimed in, "Either she's under an NDA or she's hiding a soap opera-level plot twist. There's no in-between." On Instagram, reactions were split down the middle. Some fans cheered Sophie on, saying she deserves happiness and shouldn't be judged for possibly moving on with Pedro. Others warned that history has a way of repeating itself, with one commenter writing, "Girl, don't be Chantel 2.0. Protect yourself." Sophie's journey in the spotlight. Sophie's time on 90 Day Fiancé was marked by vulnerability, strength, and her willingness to push back against controlling narratives. Fans admired her independence and her ability to stand up for herself, even when relationships grew rocky. Since leaving the show, Sophie has carved out her own lane as a social media personality, model, and influencer. Unlike many alumni who fade from public view, Sophie remains in high demand, constantly engaging her followers with candid updates, fashion inspo, and cheeky humor. That's why her legal reasons remark carries so much weight. Sophie usually has no problem speaking her mind, which makes this unusual silence even more telling. Could it be a strategic move? Some industry insiders suggest Sophie's choice of words was deliberate. Reality TV thrives on mystery, and by dropping a vague comment, she keeps the public invested without revealing too much. If indeed she and Pedro are part of an upcoming storyline, this could be one of the best marketing teases yet. Fans may roll their eyes, but let's be honest. Everyone will be tuning in to see whether Sophie and Pedro are romantically linked or just victims of rumor mill chaos. What happens next? For now, Sophie remains tight-lipped, and Pedro has yet to directly address the speculation. TLC has also remained quiet, which only fans the flames. If history is any indication, more clues will surface, whether through paparazzi-style fan photos, cryptic social media posts, or the inevitable bombshells at a future tell-all. Until then, Sophie's words will echo in fan circles. I can't talk about that for legal reasons. Whether that means a contractual clause, a personal dispute, or something far juicier, one thing is certain: Sophie knows exactly how to keep the spotlight where it belongs, on her. Final thoughts. In the world of 90 Day Fiancé, speculation often runs wilder than the truth. Still, Sophie's careful choice of words suggests there's more to this story than idle gossip. Whether she's protecting a budding romance, guarding a secret project, or sidestepping legal entanglements, fans won't stop digging until the truth comes out. And when it does, Sophie will likely be ready, dressed to the nines, holding the receipts, and flashing that same cheeky grin that first won fans over. Because if there's one thing we've learned, it's this: in the 90-day universe, silence speaks volumes.